everybody on YouTube, it's me, the Student Witch. Okay, so you might notice a change of scenery. So I'm in Georgia right now. It's my spring break, so I flew down to Georgia, and this is my husband's slash our apartment down here. And I just got back from Miami. So my husband is from Chile, and his Chilean passport expired along with his national ID. And the only way to renew that, or those two documents, is to go to a Chilean embassy or a consulate. I don't really know what the difference between a consulate and an embassy is. I don't know. Anyway, I flew into Georgia on Saturday. We hopped in the car on Sunday. Drove all day. It took us 15 hours. And on Monday, we got his paperwork done at the consulate. So that should be squared away. And then we drove back yesterday on Tuesday. So really, we only had one full day in Miami, which is a pain, but we had to come back here to Georgia because my husband, it's not his spring break. His spring break was actually last week, so unfortunately our spring breaks don't coincide. The full day that we had him in Miami on Monday, we got a lot of shit done. In the morning we got his passport and ID paperwork sent in, and then I was able to treat him to some Chilean food. We haven't been to Chile since December of 2013, so he hasn't really been able to eat his home food since then. So he was craving some Chilean food, and actually there are two Chilean restaurants in Miami, and we went to the one called Sabores Chilenos, or Chilean Flavors, and it was legit. I mean, he said it was authentic and legit, so he's the better judge of that than me. So yeah, that was awesome, and he was very happy to be able to eat his home country's food. And then we went to a Botanica. So I've never actually been to a Botanica before. I've always wanted to go to one to stock up on supplies. And I found a Botanica called Botanica Yemaya Chango. And this is their card with their contact information and their website. And she gave me this card because apparently they do online orders. So even when I'm in Massachusetts, I can still order from them. And I'll have to explore their website a little bit, but it's nice to know that if I do decide to order materials from them, that I've been to the store and I've met the people, and you know, I've experienced that part of it before I just do online shopping with them. This was an awesome place. Again, it's my first time in a Botanica, so I don't have any other experiences to compare it with, but I was just so excited to go. And it's really great. So here's their information again. I'll put that up there. Right. So let me just jump into this witchy haul. So I spent almost $100. But again, when am I ever gonna have the opportunity to be in Miami, to go to a Botanica and get this awesome stuff, you know? So I had to stock up. I'm probably gonna have to, well, I definitely will have to mail this stuff back up to my apartment in Massachusetts before I leave Georgia. So one thing I definitely stocked up on, because this is really hard to find in Massachusetts, at least where I live, Florida water. So I got 2 bottles of the Murray and Landman traditional Florida water. I'm going to leave one down here with my husband, and I'm going to take one with me. I got just this little thing of sage because my husband has asked me to make him an oil for helping him manage stress and anxiety, and also get a lot of progress done, or to make a lot of progress while he writes his dissertation. Incense. They had some hem incense and also another brand, SAC incense, which I've never heard. They're from India, like him, but I've never heard of this brand. But I got these specific scents because I'm going to use them for specific workings. For one thing, I got the SAC or SAC brand and the Hem brand of road opener or open roads, abre caminos. Open road. This one says it's patchouli and mandarin, which smells really nice. And then the hem smells really good too. So I'm gonna leave one here for my husband and one for me too, to open those roads, to help him graduate and find a job after he graduates so he can stay in the country and finally live with me in Massachusetts. Okay, so road opening. If you hear lawn care equipment, it's because you're right next to the window of our apartment and I don't know what they're doing, but they're making lots of noise. I apologize. Okay, I think the lawn care equipment noise has subsided. So for working with the Virgin of Guadalupe as like a mother goddess, fertility goddess, but also protecting goddess kind of energy, I am going to burn this honey rose incense as an offering for her. Then I got the San Miguel Archangel, or Saint Michael the Archangel hem incense, which I've never seen before, not in stores anyway. So I also work with Saint Michael as my masculine archetype, god energy. The protective, fierce, getting shit done kind of masculine energy. So I'm going to burn this for him. And then this is another incense that I've never seen. It's also by the SAC brand. This is St. Jude incense, or San Judas Tadeo. And it's specifically for para salud, what does it say? Para salud y curación, so for health and getting cured. So St. Jude, I don't think he's specifically just for health-related problems, but he's the saint of lost causes, desperate times, right? I will be working with him. There's his image there in the green with the medallion on his chest. I will be working with him for some healing work, though, that I'm gonna get started once I'm back in Massachusetts. So botanicas are very associated with Santeria, that syncretic Afro-Cuban or Afro-New World religion. And I need to learn more about it. I know little bits and pieces about it just from the type of literature that I study. But I definitely need to do a lot more in-depth study, but there is one specific Orisha, or god, that I'm very drawn to, and that is Elegua, the god of the crossroads, of fate and fortune, of chaos, the balance of chaos and order. He's just a very important Orisha, and so I wanted to get a book, and they had some books in the store, just to learn more about it, about Santeria. And so I found this book, Power of the Orishas, Santeria and the Worship of Saints, by Jean Gonzalez Whippler. And it's a very small book. I was reading it in the car yesterday as we were driving back up to Georgia, and I was reading it out loud. It's kind of like an entertainment for me and my husband, and just to learn more about it. So we're already halfway through it. And it's just really interesting. There's an introduction that has a lot of information about the different levels of priests and priestesses in Santeria, about the different types of divination and which type of priest or priestess can use that style of divination, about the different initiation rites in Santeria. And now I never say never, but I'm pretty sure I'm never going to fully become a Santera. I'm never going to fully become a worshiper of or a member of the religion of Santeria. I'm just interested in this. I'm interested in their cosmology and their orishas and the way that they see the world and how they interact with divinity on whatever level. And just to see what I can learn from it and what aspects of Elegua specifically that I can learn from that I might be able to incorporate in my own practice, because I am very, very drawn to just naturally, even before, since before I started calling myself a witch, I've been drawn to the idea of crossroads, of borders, of dualities. So he's associated with all three of those things on an abstract, but also on a very real level. So I'm just studying Santeria. I don't think I'm ever going to be a Santera or initiated in anything officially, so I just wanted to throw that caveat out there because I'm not an expert. I'm still just learning. So this book's it's a really great little introduction. It has a lot of information. Of course, I'd have to read more books to fact check it and get a wider understanding and vision of things. The only problem is that I don't know who printed this book, but some of the chapters are missing pages. So it says original publications. I don't know if this was like a self-published kind of book, but one of the chapters, I think that chapter on Ochosi or Ochosi, I'm not sure how to pronounce that specific Orisha, but I think his chapter is missing like 10 pages at the end. Or either that or the pages are misnumbered. That could be, the situation too. So I don't know. Interesting book. Little introductory, dipping your toe into the vast ocean of Santeria kind of book. So I'm really glad I picked this up. So, stocking up on candles. I got these little ritual or spell candles. There's three for, I guess, Saint Michael, that I would work with him. 3 for Guadalupe, because I associate pink with her. And just 3 black candles, because it's always good to have black candles. So, I got 3 packs of candles. And then I got these larger candles. They only had 1 black candle left, so I grabbed it. So, these are pretty big. So 1 black candle. They only had 1 yellow candle left, so I also grabbed it. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to use these for. I just wanted to stock up. 1 blue candle. 2 red candles of this size. And 2 white candles. And then, for the more 7-day candle style in the glass jar, I got 2 Santa Muerte candles. They're black. I'm gonna leave 1 here with my husband and take 1 with me. So that's really awesome. In addition to working with Elegua, I've also been drawn to La Santa or La Santísima Muerte as or just working with death in general, and specifically a personified or what's the word? Anthropomorphized understanding of death, giving death some character, so which I feel like La Santa Muerte does. So I'm really interested in working with La Santa Muerte. So, and my husband is too. So I got 1 of each, or 2 of those. And then speaking of Elegua, I got an Elegua candle. There's the image of Elegua there. Elegua candle. And it's guava scented. it smells very good. And Elegua is associated with black and red. So I might use one of those black candles and red candles for him. I'm actually thinking of setting up a little altar, maybe a little space on my main altar in my living room for him. Just as I learn more and more about him and what he stands for and his energies or whatever, I can add to it and really incorporate him in my magical practice. I'm just so drawn to him. So I don't know if I'm ever going to actually burn this candle because it would be really hard for me to find another one up in Massachusetts. So this might just be the, his image and a little offering to him to help me kind of focus my energies as I study him. So, oh, and it smells so good. So that's really cool. Elegua. And speaking of images to focus my energy, I got little statues for my altar. I got La Santa Muerte, which is really cool. And I got Saint Michael, which is really cool. I love his energy. And last but not least, Guadalupe. Guadalupe statue. And another reason why I'm moving towards using little statues as like the visual focus of my work with these entities or energies or ideas, whatever you want to call it, is because it is so hard for me to find those 7-day candles. Down here in Georgia, where there are a lot more, at least in this area of the town where we live, there are quite a few Mexican tiendas, and there you can find lots of 7-day glass jar candles, and a lot of them have like Guadalupe and Saint Michael and the Holy Spirit and San Judas and all sorts of different 7-day glass candles. But where I'm at in Massachusetts, which is kind of a yuppie area, there aren't any botanicas or Mexican tiendas or even a magic supply shop or anything. So it's just easier for me to have the image in the form of a statue and then get a candle to accompany it, rather than having the image on a candle. So that's my little Guadalupe statue. And now that the lawn mower, or whatever that is back, I guess that's probably time for me to go. Yeah, this has been my little Miami haul. Miami is a beautiful town. I wish we could have stayed longer, but like I said, my husband had to come back up here and get some shit done. So, check out that Botanica, check out their website. I'll include their website and their information below. The lady there was really nice, and they had a lot of stuff to choose from. So I'm really excited to learn more about Santeria in general, but specifically Elegua, that Orisha. And yeah, probably the next time you'll see me, I'll be back in Massachusetts. Okay, bye!